You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
We're trotting out and peddling people's racist, sexist, bigoted stereotypes.
And their colleagues have distorted the facts.
Take the worst I say and turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Hunter Biden is not above the law. We want to send him to the DOJ, and we want to trust the DOJ to do their job.
I want my Republican colleagues to give me one thing, that I can go campaign on and say we did.
The bill, as I said, codifies one definition of anti-Semitism. A definition that the author says shouldn't be codified.
RICO is not a crime. They want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me.
Leadership of the plans to get them back into chambers. That would have been call number 3 with Speaker Pelosi.
You didn't have one call, you didn't have 2 calls, you had 3 calls. So Speaker Pelosi's comments that she didn't speak to were inaccurate.
That is correct, sir.
Welcome to the Off-Label Podcast, your daily dose of sanity in the insane world. It's Memorial Day, ladies and gentlemen. Our top executive leadership has made some statements at the Memorial Garden today. We are going to listen to that and listen to maybe a little bit of twisting of how things have gone out. I'm going to give you some more information of how I do still think it's going to be an AOC Jasmine Crockett 2028 ticket. And for the Rumble crowd, ladies and gentlemen, we have found an offshoot of The View. But hear me out. It's actually a little better. We're going to check that out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Let's go Yankees!
Thank you, Argonne National Anthems, for that one. I appreciate the fuck out of that. How y'all doing tonight? Let's see, we got What About Me, Jennifer, Kevin G, Michael Stetson, Jennifer O'Connell, Carolyn Hall, What the Fluff is here. We got Muffin in the house with us. Kevin G.
Kevin G said he joined the Discord. Thank you for joining the Discord.
We got Michael Stetson. Thank you for the $5 gifted. We got Anthony Muma, Mama Bear, Blue Sky, Marlene, and Mama Pillow coming in with the members only. We're gonna have some good members only coming up for you guys here as soon as we actually get everything situated with it.
Sorry, guys. My wife bought me gummies, and yeah.
We also got third
I'm trying to get used to that.
We also got Third Railify and Mom's Mysteries and Mayhem.
Third Rail's in here?
Yeah, he's over on the Rumble side. All right.
What up, Third Rail?
There you go. You see him? We good?
No, I don't.
So, Davey.
Yeah. Hi, buddy. How's it going?
It is Memorial Day.
It is.
This motherfucker, I was giving him shit all the way through the members only thing because I woke him up at 6:30.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry. My wife got me gummies, and I'm trying to use the gummies instead of using like I have back problems.
Don't eat the whole damn thing then.
No, I'm not. I ate half of it. I'm trying to find the perfect, the perfect kind of where you have to eat so that way it's good.
You also could lower the dosage of the gummy itself.
It's a 5 milligram gummy.
Dude, you can go lower than... Yes, you can.
There's nothing less than 5 milligrams.
Well, then it also could be the fact that you don't have cannabinoids in your brain.
I'm gonna take offense to that because I don't know what that means.
No, there are. There's cannabinoid receptors in your brain. I should have said receptors, but yeah, there are cannabinoid receptors in your brain specifically designed for the intake of THC. Those that have a lot of them can withstand a higher tolerance, and those that have very few, if not any, they get paranoid and freak out on it.
It's not paranoid and freaked out. It's just like I lay it down and I'm like, I feel.
Gummies are different than smoking anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't smoke. Like I can't smoke whatsoever because then I'll fall asleep just at smoking. But the gummies
back together though. That shit's.
Yeah, no, dude, my back is so bad. Like I said, like I can't. It hurts. Like my waist down is just like I
don't even know where you're trying to go with this one.
my waist down is just like
this motherfucker literally spaced out for like 2 minutes. Anyway, how about we just get to it then?
My waist down is numb. Yeah, numb. That's what I was trying to the word I was looking for.
No, it literally took you about 63 seconds to remember the word numb. We're gonna get into this, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck? Okay. At the the Arlington National Cemetery today, our highest executive leadership had speeches to give, and they were some damn good speeches. Not gonna lie about that. We got to get into this first one here because this one is coming from Pete Hegseth. This is the Secretary of Defense here. We got this here. This comes from Benny Johnson. Says chills. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth just delivered a powerful, moving speech at Arlington National Cemetery on Memorial Day.
President Trump, Vice President Vance, Chairman Kaine, Gold Star families. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to remember our fallen warriors.
Now he gets that post-nasal drip because he just woke up.
To honor our very best, gone in their youth. To properly do so, we understand who they are and what they fought for. It is our simple duty to them. You know, throughout time, civilizations have honored the powerful, the well-connected, and the well-born. Emperors and kings have built magnificent shrines to their own royal greatness. Yet in America, with our great experiment in self-government, it is fitting that the most honored and closely guarded tomb in the land is that of an anonymous soldier of an unknown rank. When the first unknown soldier was selected for burial in 1921, he laid in state at the Capitol Rotunda. Throngs of Americans paid their respects. When the tomb was dedicated on November 11th, Veterans Day, the unknown received the Medal of Honor. It's a uniquely American tradition that we honor anonymous sacrifice above worldly greatness. While we don't know the unknown's identity, race, or creed, we know his story. It's the story of every soldier, every warrior. It's a simple story, as old as war. A young man with hopes and dreams and loves who's called by his country leaves behind his hometown, his parents, his siblings, his sweetheart, all that he knows, to go fight a war that he may or may not understand. He's called to go through hell and back, to sleep in a trench, to eat out of a tin cup or on the hood of a Humvee, to pray as bullets and bombs thunder around him, to fear for the bullet or the mortar or the IED or the RPG with his name on it. He does it willingly and stoically because he loves his country, his brothers in arms, and his family. This is the story of the unknown, the story of the fallen soldier who we have gathered today to honor. It is the story of the American warrior. He answered the call, fought, and died for this republic, the ultimate sacrifice of a free people. You see, the American soldier fights not because he hates what's in front of him, but because he loves what's behind him. We honor his selfless sacrifice, his courage, his duty, and his love. As Jesus taught his disciples, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. This love is a gift given freely, and yet this gift comes with responsibility to those living. We owe a duty to those who have fallen in war. They have paid a debt we can never repay, and for that, we owe gratitude and remembrance. We owe at least this, to remember their sacrifice and honor their memory year after year. Salute after salute, ceremony after ceremony, parade after parade, prayer after prayer, that by our remembrance, we keep lit the eternal flame of their heroic deeds in defense of our nation. And we owe eternal vigilance. Eternal vigilance, the price of freedom. These men died for something, the hope of a free, secure, and peaceful republic. That is our inheritance, and we must steward it and hand it down to our kids and our grandkids. We must live worthy of it. These men dreamt of a future in which their children would not fear of attack. No enemy could threaten their peace. No war could require them to take up arms. The duty we owe these men is peace, which only can be achieved through strength. And because we strive for peace, we must prepare for war. That's the job of the chairman and I and so many others at the Defense Department. Each and every day, we will never, on behalf of those who've given so much, we will never be complacent. We owe these men nothing less. Our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. So on this Memorial Day, in honor of the unknown soldiers and the known, let us rededicate ourselves to God and country. To our great republic 249 years on, we stand on the shoulders of great men and on the shoulders of those great men in those graves, and may we live worthy of it. Thank you. God bless our warriors, and may God bless our fallen. And amen. Amen.
That's the Secretary of Defense that I do want. I'm not going to lie.
Jennifer with the dono. Happy Memorial Day to all the.
He's not even. What? I can't hear you.
No, I said Jennifer with the dono.
Yeah,
Happy
you just said
Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to all the Patriots. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna give you shit all night.
I just took my. Ew, that's gross. I just took my fucking allergy meds. Because
we got W Daisy with us as well, West Downer. We got some more kind of popping in here. I saw something. What about me, Julia Odding? Welcome everybody. We gonna.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Look, I like him. I like Hegseth. The fact that he's actually doing things out there with the troops, you know, as they do their PT. He seems to.
He's with them. He does PT with them.
He's not like Pam Bondi, always on the damn news and everything. But when he pops up, he's got something to say, you know. I like it.
Yeah,
he's one hell of a speech giver. I'll tell you that too.
Listen, I want people to talk when they have something to say. I don't want them to just to talk, just to talk. I hate that. And that's what when you do the hearings that you talk about, you know, they're just talking to just talk and say something.
That's exactly it.
Hegseth, when he talks, there's something behind his speech.
Right.
Like there's actual words and actual like meaning to what he's saying.
Well, that's another reason why I like Tulsi Gabbard too, because she's a very, very privated woman, and even with the director of national intelligence now, if she pops up talking to somebody, it's a pay attention moment because she's got something to say, and then she's gone again.
Yep,
I like it.
Yeah,
you just make a statement, get the fuck out. You know.
That's what.
And again, if you're not paying attention, they could do some shady ass shit in the background too. So. There's a give and take in that, but you got to pay attention to them.
But that's what I love about this administration right now, is like when people talk, there's actually something behind it and something they're doing.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, not like, you know, when the former administrations were just talking and doing nothing.
Right. You got Cash Patel and Kristi Noem. They're out in the fucking fields, always getting these motherfuckers at. It's not at a fast enough pace for anybody's liking, but they're making a dent. At least making a dent in the shit now. The border is secure. They're actually going after these motherfuckers, and yeah, it's only what thousands a week, but I mean, we got legislative bullshit behind that, and again, that's why. Now we know why Biden wanted to force all these lower court judges through before he left office.
But that's the thing, is everybody needs to relax, right? It's thousands. Okay, relax. There's only so many people you can get out at a single moment,
right?
Legally, you know. But the way the news has it. They're talking about like
mass roundups of everybody around. Yeah.
Yep.
Like they're quarantining cities and moving in Gestapo troops into the street. Shit. No, fuck you.
And they're not. No, they're not doing that. But the news would have you think that. Meanwhile, they're only getting rid of what, 1,000 a week, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. I haven't looked at the numbers here recently. I know it's taken a big hit because of all the legislative shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's gonna suspend habeas corpus. He can round you up and do whatever the fuck. No, I actually don't fear the administration rounding me up more than I fear the administration rounding you up. I get what you're saying. But ask me if I give a shit at this point, and you've pushed me to that.
Mm-hmm. 1,000 a week. What's that? What is that? 52,000 a year.
Yeah. I don't know what it is at this point now, but yeah, it was something like that when they started to raise a fuss about that whole fucking thing. And I'm sorry, I can't. I don't. It isn't happening fast enough.
We let 20 million in the last 4 years.
Yes.
52,000.
You also have to remember, though, Davey. This is the legislative branch trying to hold it up. The only way around it is to suspend habeas corpus.
I know, we've spoken about it before. Fucking document that they want to make. They want to let in so many fucking people to replace us.
I'm not talking about that.
What?
I'm talking about, that's the whole talk of, the all these injunctions and everything on this immigration, these deportations. Yeah. That's why Biden packed the lower court. That's what's causing this immigration crackdown to kind of come to a halt right now. Suspending habeas corpus would be saying, look, you got no legislative no judicial branch to fall back on this shit. Get the fuck out just because I say so kind of situation. Which, like I said, can be weaponized bigger than shit. But again,
it also has to do with. But it also has to do with what we've been talking about for about a year in letting people into this country.
Yeah.
Who are not
We've been doing this
American
for a minute.
citizens. Yeah. So it all coincides with it. I'm just saying. It all coincides with it because it has to do with both. It has to do with, they want people in this country who are not American citizens so they can have
control. Whatever they feel like pushing, they will know no better because, hey, this is supposed to be America's way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to pick your crops, right?
Americans aren't going to pick crops, are they?
No, but apparently Jasmine Crockett has some shit she's got to say. And, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, she's making a move. Y'all need to pay attention to that. But before we get into that, we got JD Vance and Donald Trump left. And then we'll probably kick it over to the Rumble side between, depending on how much time we got with this. But we may kick off the Jasmine Crockett situation. We'll see. But we got this coming from JD Vance over here. Let's check this out real quick.
This is a sacred place, an eternal resting spot for our nation's sons and daughters. We gather in solemn commemoration of their sacrifice and the sacrifice made by all those who gave up their lives in service to our beloved country. In 1915, President Woodrow Wilson laid the cornerstone of the memorial amphitheater we gather in today. Now, buried within it was a copper box.
Pause it for a sec.
Which can.
JD Vance is going to be president one day. That man speaks like the president.
Yeah, he will.
He's going to be president one day.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a Vance Gabbard ticket.
Oh my God.
I'll take a Vance Gabbard ticket.
Oh. And then she takes over after him. Oh my God.
Republicans kick the Democrats in the fucking nuts. First Republican woman Our first woman president comes from the Republican Party, and she was a former Democrat. I mean, come the fuck on. Then after maybe after that kick in the fucking nuts, we might get something out of the Democrat Party worth a fuck.
He speaks so presidential. He does. I'm sorry.
He does. Could you imagine what we could fucking do with, 12 fucking years? 12 years of people who just don't want to fuck around with anybody. I mean, yeah, but he will be. I guarantee you he will be. Let's continue.
Contained mementos of profound significance to the amphitheater's designers and to our entire country. There were 4 things: an American flag, a Bible, a copy of our Declaration of Independence, and a copy of the U.S. Constitution. And the objects they chose to dedicate to posterity, those Americans remind us of the values we hold timeless and dear as a nation and as a people. But those values didn't spring from any stonework or time capsule. They were lived out day after day by the people buried in this hallowed cemetery. Each life honored here in Arlington was once full of the ordinary moments and quiet dreams, of early sunrises, of good days and bad days, of celebrations and disappointments. They stood not apart from us, but among us, ordinary men and women who chose to shoulder an impossible burden. And when we consider what they gave to us, it's common, of course, to focus on their deaths, on the courage to give in that moment what very few are willing or able to sacrifice. But the real tragedy of the loss is not in a single moment of suffering as our Gold Star families.
Michael has a point. He says after Vance do Tulsi Donald, so Republicans can also have the first real black president after Tulsi.
Holy shit.
I'd go for Tulsi Donald's ticket too.
Oh yeah.
Know well, but in all the future moments they and their families lost, every moment between their sacrifice on the battlefield and what would have been a natural death. Because we know they sacrificed not just their physical...
I'm sorry, sir. Hold the fuck up. Why is it we can find so many good fucking combinations within the Republican Party, but AOC, Bernie Sanders, which isn't going to fucking happen. We know that. So I guarantee you it's going to be AOC Crockett. And I'll show you more evidence as to why here. But who else do you have? Gavin Newsom? There are some others that I can actually throw up to you. And the Semaphore will throw some up to you too. But there's no strong combinations. I mean, just in this one, fuck. Tulsi Gabbard, Byron Donalds, JD Vance, Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, fuck, you even wanted to take it even further. I don't know, presidential material.
There's nobody on the left that is presidential material. I'm sorry. There's none.
No.
There's none.
There's not a damn bit.
No one. No. There's no one on the left who's presidential material.
They all fucking left because you wouldn't let them be presidential material. But let's continue.
Life. They sacrifice the moments that make that life worthwhile. They sacrificed a child's embrace. They sacrificed walking their daughter down the aisle, of seeing their husband or wife after a big promotion, of sharing a meal with the family at Thanksgiving. For my fellow Americans, especially those watching on television, consider the sum of all the moments that make a good life. And now appreciate that countless strangers, people most of you never met, they gave up those moments in their own life so that we could enjoy them in ours. And that is what Memorial Day is all about. I once heard a Marine Corps colonel that I served with. He said this in 2005, not long after a very tough deployment to Iraq. He said this about his fallen men, that they were the best looking, they were the kindest, they were the smartest, they were the most devoted. They were the very best of us.
What up, Jonathan?
To them, we owe everything. And today, in the peace they bequeathed us, we honor them.
Name disappeared, too.
As the Book of Wisdom tells us,
We
but the
saw it,
righteous
though.
one, though he die early, shall be at rest. For the age that is honorable comes not with the passing of time, nor can it be measured in terms of years. They laid down their lives for Americans they would never meet, for generations yet unborn, for a nation that would not exist absent their incredible courage.
Told you.
Now, we know their families in particular have
Told
given
you.
so much. And in particular, I want to speak to the Gold Star families, to the families who have lost a son,
It's the
a
Gold Star
daughter, a
Mom.
husband,
Listen
or a
up.
wife, to every child here who misses your dad or your mom. Know that your loved one to us is a hero. And though we cannot know your pain, please know that I speak for the entire nation when I say that we are grateful to them and to you for a debt none of us can possibly repay.
100%.
Now, all of us will honor the fallen and their families in our own way. But allow me to suggest two ways of honoring their sacrifice, two ways that I try to honor their sacrifice every day. First, we ought to commit ourselves and expect from our leaders to treat the lives of our troops as the most precious resource.
Yes.
The very best way. The very best way to honor the fallen is to only ask the next generation to make the ultimate sacrifice when they absolutely must. We must be cautious in sending our people to war. The second way that I try to honor the fallen is to commit ourselves to being worthy of their sacrifice. If you're a husband, be the best husband you can be. If you're a mom, be the best mom that you can be. If you're a citizen, be the very best citizen that you can be. Because together, let us build a better country, a more perfect union, and strive to be the kind of nation worthy of the sacrifice of the people that we honor today. On this Memorial Day, let us remember that we have been given a great gift, often by people none of us ever met. Let us cherish that gift and make ourselves worthy of it. May God bless those who gave that gift, and may he bless the country they sacrificed for. Thank you.
All right. All right, let's hit the chat time. I hear it, Davey. You're right. You're right.
That was perfect. That man, I'm telling you, that man's going to be president one day.
You're right. However, I don't want him to be a lame duck president, though. Just there following off of Trump.
Wait, hold on. Before we go.
Oh, we're not gonna go. We
No,
still
I
got
mean
some
before
time.
we still got some time on YouTube.
Yeah, it's only 7:30.
I was gonna.
We got Trump's
wanna-
speech.
I want to play. I want to play this.
You know what? I'm taking
Because
a video only for this shit. I don't know where he's going with this, but Brandon Johnson's on screen. Let's take a look.
Oh, you go from JD Vance to Brandon Johnson. Like this is. I don't.
No, you
I
did
don't
this.
understand. No,
Not me.
no. I'm saying no. Shut up. I'm saying I just don't understand how you go from JD Vance and how great of a speech he gave. Yet people will continue to vote for this moron and say that JD Vance is racist.
Hello, I am Mayor Brandon Johnson, and I am proud to join you in recognizing and celebrating Africa Day. The continent of Africa is made up of 1.2 billion people.
Africa Day. We are now celebrating Africa Day.
The fuck is Africa Day?
We are now celebrating Africa Day.
And celebrating Africa Day. The continent of Africa is made up of 1.2 billion people with diverse countries full of rich traditions, cultures, and heritage. The African diaspora can be found in cities.
Why do I hear a white man?
And right here in Chicago,
like, close your eyes and just listen.
Have made indelible contributions to the growth and fabric of our amazing
That's
city.
a white man.
So this Africa Day, let us take a moment to celebrate the achievements of the people of Africa, the progress made by African nations, and the traditions and culture they have shared with us. And let us also show them that we will embrace and support them as they continue to overcome and face their challenges head on. Thank you, and happy Africa Day, everyone.
Why?
Happy?
Hold on. Why in the fuck did that sound like some kind of like a presentation that you get at work for diversity or some shit, you know? Why did that sound like that shit? Look, Davey's already choking. Look at him go. Got his ass. No, but that does. That does. I guess we're gonna wait a second. That does actually kind of sound like some shit that would come out of some kind of you know, some kind of like you know, you have that meeting, that annual training you have to take at work, you know, for your shit, whatever it is. It sounds like something that would be like the beginning of a presentation. Why? America, why the fuck do you do this to yourself? Why the fuck do you put these people in here who are just virtue signaling for whatever the fuck you want while they literally rape you in the ass? I don't get it. I don't get the fascination with that. Like, they say they say what I want them to say, but nothing ever changes. They never actually vote the way you want them to, so you continue to let them fuck you in the ass. I'll never understand that fascination, other than the fact that maybe there is something fucked up with our elections. Can we take a look at that, please? But anyway, I got Davey hard. This motherfucker is, yeah, he's over there just like post nasal dripping away. This is why I say your ass needs to already be up and active and ready to go. And here we go.
Sorry, guys. Allergies suck.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more, and then we're going to show you. Oh, you know what? We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it. We have one more. And we're going to stay a little bit longer to show you how the media is portraying this shit. And then we'll cut to Rumble. Because Jasmine Crockett's on the way up. And I'm not going to lie. Y'all hate me for saying it, but it is true. Let's go.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very special place and a very special day. Thank you to Vice President Vance, doing a terrific job. Thanks also to a man who is devoted his life to service members and veterans, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who's doing
Nothing
really
another
well.
gummy
He went
can't
through
fix.
Everybody keeps just saying, take another gummy.
Well, he's a tough cookie.
This
That's what we
motherfucker is
want.
going to
He's
be
a tough
unconscious for 3 days if he does.
I really am.
I'm going to have to do the show
And
myself
we're
all week.
grateful to be joined
No.
as well by Chairman Kane. Terrific.
You're going to be a
military
drooling mess
person.
if you try.
Members of the cabinet, members of Congress,
I'm only
members
taking
of
half
the
of
United
it.
States Armed Forces, veterans, and many other distinguished guests. We gather today to
Come on. Come on. Come on. Do we have it? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Everything just went screwy with me here.
What the fuck just happened?
I lost internet. I lost power. I lost all different types of shit, and I have no idea
And
what.
now,
Oh my god, what's going on my screen right now? Hold up.
Bro, you're red.
without further ado,
I can't. Okay, here we go. Let me get. Ah, my fucking camera's fucked. All right, hold
Yeah,
on.
I didn't know what happened. I was like, what the fuck?
Hold
Like
on.
all of a sudden you were gone. I was like, oh shit, did my fucking stuff fuck up?
All right, just share screen. Can we? Do we have it? We do. We have it back.
We're still live,
I know.
by the way.
I know we are.
We're still live.
I know. We are connected. We are doing this. Fuck it.
Sorry, guys.
I need to clean up yours because
Yeah.
your camera's whitewashed. That's
is
your end. Properties. Nope. No. That was it. That was filter. Sorry, guys. Gotta redo everything real quick. Yeah, there's no color to you. You need to add some saturation or something.
Hold on, give me a sec. Ooh.
While he's doing this, let's get this going. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for all of that shit. My power flickered. Everything had to come back up again. But let's go.
And we're grateful to be joined as well by Chairman Kane, terrific military person.
Terrific.
Members of the cabinet, members of Congress, members of the United States Armed Forces, veterans, and many other distinguished guests. We gather today to honor the incredible service members who rest in glory in this cemetery and burial grounds around the world and in 1,000 lonely places known only to God. In every hour of peril and every moment of crisis, American warriors have left behind the blessings of home and family to answer their nation's call. They've offered all that they had within them and given their last breaths to each and every one of us that we might live safe and breathe free. This morning we pay tribute to their immortal deeds. We share in the sorrow of their beloved families, and as one nation we give thanks for the ultimate gift they have so selflessly given to all of us. These warriors, and that's what they are, as great, great warriors, picked up their mantle of duty and service, knowing that to live for others meant always that they might die for others. They knew that. They asked nothing for it. They gave everything, and we owe them everything and much, much more. Each of the service members who have made the supreme sacrifice for our nation
Hold on.
has
Pause.
also left
Thank you, Muffin Rando, for another month membership. And Jennifer says, Richard, do not do that again.
I cannot fucking help it. I had one job. I know. Look, I can't do my job if my look, motherfuckers, y'all don't realize there was a tornado like right around my corner, right? They're still fucking with that shit. I'll even give you guys a members only fucking video with this shit where the old poles are literally like right next to the new ones and they just left that shit up. I'm gonna go ahead and film that shit for you tomorrow. This shit is wild. I will, like I said, my fucking electrical department, our power department is fucking amazing. 12, 14 fucking hours later, a city that has 30,000 people was half of them were without power. 12, 14 hours later, you had like 2,700 or so that still had, it was fucking amazing. But yeah.
Left
yeah, you're back.
What? Nope. No. Okay, now you're stuttering. I'm not dropping frame. I'm not dropping network. That is you going.
Is it me?
That was you. I'm not dropping network or anything over here. You stuttered on that one.
It's not showing that I would.
But yeah, let's continue.
Unfillable void.
We appreciate y'all,
and
though.
an unbreakable silence in the lives of all who love them. For the families of the fallen,
The jizzle
you
lad.
feel the absence of
What?
your heroes every day in the family. These are great families. These are wonderful families. In the familiar laugh no longer heard, the empty space at Sunday dinner, or the want of a hug or a pat on the back that will never come again. Every Gold Star family fights a battle long after the victory is won, and today we lift you up and we hold you high. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving America the brightest light in your lives. It's what you've done. We will never, ever forget our fallen heroes, and we will never forget our debt to you. This Memorial Day is especially significant as we commemorate 250 years since the first American patriots fell on the field of battle. 2.5 centuries ago at Lexington Green, Concord Bridge, Bunker Hill, brave Minutemen and humble farm boys became the first to give their lives for a nation that did not yet have a name. With their deaths, men like John Brown, 23, Samuel Hadley, 28, and Abner Hosner, 21, ignited the flame of liberty that now lights the inspires everybody and the entire world. Those young men could never have known what their sacrifice would mean to us, but we certainly know what we owe to them. Their valor gave us the freest, greatest, and most noble republic ever to exist on the face of the earth, a republic that I am fixing after a long and hard 4 years. That was a hard 4 years we went through.
We got to run through this, and then we'll hit the Rumble segment.
Who would let that happen? People pouring through our borders unchecked. People doing things that are indescribable and not for today to discuss. But the republic that is now doing so very well, we're doing so very well right now, considering the circumstances, and will do record-setting better with time. We will do better than we've ever done as a nation, better than ever before. I promise you that.
I like their ticker too. It says Trump is right again. Amazon sees no consumer pain from tariffs. But yeah, Arias has real shit over there.
In every generation since, at Trenton and Yorktown, at Vicksburg and Shiloh, and in faraway places with names like Chateau Terrari, Anzio, Iwo Jima, Quezon, Kandahar. Really just a few chosen names, and these are names that have become so important on the altar of freedom. They plunged into the crucible of battle, stormed into the fires of hell, charged into the valley of death, and rose into the arms of angels. The sacrifice that they made was not merely for a single battle, a long ago victory, or a fleeting triumph, decades or centuries past. Their sacrifice was for today, tomorrow, and every morning thereafter. Every child that lives in peace, every home that is filled with joy and love, every day the Republic stands is only possible because of those who did what had to be done when duty called, and the cost was everything to them and to their families. Our debt to them is eternal, and it does not diminish with time. It only grows and grows and grows with each passing year. The greatest monument to their courage is not carved in marble or cast in bronze. It's all around us, an American nation, 325 million strong, which will soon be greater than it has ever been before. It will be. And so today we uphold the memory of our heroes, as people have done since ancient times, by telling their stories and exalting their names. Senior Master Sergeant Elroy Harworth was a young, beautiful man from Earhart, Minnesota. When he enlisted in the Air Force,
he holds the
and was sent to
podium.
Vietnam.
Huh?
When he holds the podium, look like with his hand right there. Like it feels like he's hugging the United States.
That's
like
a little gay, Davey.
It feels like he's hugging America and trying to make America great. Like Joe Biden, whenever he was at the podium, like he was like, but the way
he's trying to hold himself up or raging the fuck out at us, yeah.
But the way Trump holds the podium is he's like trying to give us all a hug and trying to let us know that we're going to be okay. And that's why I trust the man. I don't give a shit. He can make whatever money he wants on the side.
No.
I don't care. That if he makes us great again, and
that is the same shit that he is trying to pull us out of, that you want to perpetuate all over again. You want the cycle to start all over again just because this dude got shot in the face?
Yes.
Let's continue.
59 years ago this very week, Elroy and his crewmates climbed into the dark skies over Da Nang on a classified mission known as Operation Carolina.
Oh, it's
Moon.
going to take a minute, you know.
Their aim was to blow up a key enemy bridge, and while other crews had tried and failed, they were determined to try and get it done in face of extreme danger, and they knew how bad it was.
You're not wrong, Muffin.
C-130 closed in on its target, and Elroy jockeyed his 5,000 pounds of explosives into position. The aircraft came under unbelievably intense fire. They'd never seen anything like it. Try as they might, they were hit as the plane swung low and they went down deep in enemy territory. Elroy was just 24 years old when he gave his life for America, leaving behind a beautiful young wife who was
You're
7
not wrong,
months
Jennifer.
pregnant. That meant Elroy would never know the joy of meeting his son Troy or seeing him grow, and he would never have the pride to watch his son
His camera's fucked up
following his
now
father's
too. It's like
footsteps and
he usually has it
served
zoomed in
2
more because he
decades in the
leans.
U.S. Army. Sergeant First Class Troy Harworth is with us today, joined by his wife Sonia and their son John, the grandson Elroy never got to hold. Thank you, Troy, and thank you, John, and above all, thank you, Elroy. Thank you very much. Please stand up. Thank you, wherever you may be. Thank you very much. Great family.
Love you too, Jennifer.
Oh, I made you not like full screen, but I pulled your box up
From the time he
while
saw
you were
the
picking
towers
that.
fall on 9/11 that he wanted to be an Army Ranger. He was an American guy, all American. He was a tough guy, the top of everything. In high school, he was captain of the
You
football
can't
team.
whisper if
was
you're
voted
trying to talk.
friendliest
We
and
can't
most
hear a
charming
damn
by
thing.
his peers.
This is why I don't
ain't-
smoke weed.
You motherfucker,
'Cause I
this is
get
not
weird.
ASMR bullshit. Stop trying to lick the microphone. Why are you doing this? What is happening? We're trying to get through this. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Ryan joined the Army soon after graduation, and after 3 tours in Afghanistan, he deployed to Iraq. He and his unit were tasked with hunting down a weapon facilitator and a suicide bomber cell near Baghdad, a vicious, vicious cell.
This is important. Y'all got to hear what he's got to say, because
16 years ago this month, they engaged the
Representative
enemy in a
Crockett is
firefight,
going to twist it.
and Ryan was mortally wounded. He gave his life at 21 years old, and today he rests until the end of time in the famed Section 60 here at Arlington, where we have buried our honored dead from the War on Terror. We are joined today by Ryan's mom, Sherry. And Sherry, all of America shares in your grief, and more importantly, we share in your pride in your wonderful son. And thank you so much for being here, Sherry. Please, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much. On behalf of everyone. This crowd is so big, she's hard to find. Once I saw her, she really stands out. Thank you, Sherry, very much. Senior Chief Petty Officer Shannon Kent grew up in Pine Plains, New York, before enlisting in the Navy in 2003. And she quickly became one of the rising stars. She was an absolute winner. As a linguist, translator, and cryptologic, Shannon worked alongside.
What the fuck was that? Please go back. Please go back. I want to hear that again.
As a linguist, translator, and cryptologic technician, Shannon worked alongside elite special force units like Delta Force and Navy SEALs to help them capture and kill terrorists. She was among the first women ever to do it, and she did it better than anyone. In January 2019, Shannon was on her 5th combat deployment, embedded with a team hunting ISIS terrorists through the streets of Syria, when a suicide bomber detonated his weapon, killing Senior Chief Kent and 3 other wonderful, beautiful Americans. She left behind her husband, Joe, and their 2 sons, 3-year-old Colt and 18-month-old baby Josh. Today, Shannon rests in peace on these grounds alongside her comrades. To her boys, Colt and Josh, who are here this morning, now aged 9 and 7, let me say your mom was a hero, and her love, her strength, and her spirit are always with us and always be with you. She loved her boys. To Joe, the boys, Shannon's parents, Mary and Stephen, and her sister Mariah, Shannon's name will live forever in the chronicles of true American patriots. I just want to thank you, and thank you so much for being here in honor of your magnificent family member. Stories like Shannon's, Ryan's, and Elroy's remind us of the real meaning of the day. And I want to just say, please
What up,
stand
Bill
up wherever
Dozer?
you may be. The boys, I want to see those boys.
What up, Bill?
Where are you?
Lauren, how y'all doing? You're going to have to migrate over Rumble very soon.
Bill, I'm elevated. Like,
oh, this motherfucker's gone.
I'm elevated. I took way too much of a gummy.
This is important, though.
Hey, good-looking guys. Thank
Not
you
really
very
much
much
of a
for
speech
being
as
here.
far as any of this
All
is
of you,
concerned,
thank you so
but
much. We should never forget, even for a moment, that freedom is a gift of the highest cost, and peace is won at the most precious price. These extraordinary American heroes and their immense and ultimate sacrifices they offer only the faintest glimpse at the infinite grace we have received from all who laid down their lives for America over the past 250 years. We're going to have a big celebration, as you know, 250 years. In some ways, I'm glad I missed that second term where it was, because I wouldn't be your president for that most important of all. In addition, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics. Can you imagine? I missed that 4 years, and now look what I have. I have everything. Amazing the way things work out.
Jennifer, thank you for the $1 dono. Davey, taking too much gummy will only make you sleep. All right.
God did that. I believe that too.
I know. I'm trying to find a happy fucking medium.
God did it. You know, I got the World Cup and I got the Olympics. The 250 years was not mine. I'd like to take credit. But I got the Olympics, I got the World Cup when I was president. And I said, boy, it's too bad I won't be president then. And look what happened. I turned out, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great celebration. But most important of all is the 250th anniversary. That blows everything away, including the World Cup and including the Olympics, as far as I'm concerned. In any corner of the cemetery, at any resting
I love how he's
place
wearing a
for
blue
our
tie
Lord
now.
dead, anywhere on earth.
I love it. Everybody else is wearing red ties because they were all just like, Donald Trump wore red ties.
Patriotism and
Now he's just like,
devotion and
I'm wearing a blue
acts of
tie.
selflessness
Fuck everybody.
and courage so enormous they defy comprehension. Most people can't even imagine it.
I wonder when the gold tie
Great
will come
poets
back.
have written that it's love which moves the sun and the stars, but here on the sacred soil, right where we are, we're reminded that it's love which moves the course of history and moves it always toward freedom, always. From Bunker Hill to Bastogne to Cantigny to Coral Sea, from Gettysburg to Guadalcanal and Concord.
What the fuck is he talking about?
America's best and America's bravest have fought, bled, and died so
Everywhere
that we
that
could pick
troops
up
have died.
the torch of liberty, raise it high, 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 and carry it onward to places they could never have dreamed of before. Today we honor their memory. We remember their gallantry. We just revere, in the highest sense, we just revere their incredible legacy. We salute them in their eternal and everlasting glory, and we continue our relentless pursuit of America's destiny as we make our nation stronger, prouder, freer, and greater than ever before. May God bless our fallen heroes. May God bless our Gold Star families. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, everybody. Great honor. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got the link. We had a little hiccup in power and everything along the way, but I'm going to show you exactly how the media is about to spin this, and it's going to be incredibly fucking pathetic. But I will say this, Representative Ratchet Crockett, she's making some moves, and you know I got to step in for that.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Faggoty Andy and on the Raggedy Ann.
We'll see you in 3 minutes.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. Ain't no
I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat him in the better.